Today I just wanted to talk about the mini bike in a little bit more detail than I have maybe in some of the other videos, just in case you're wondering like what I'm all running. If you were kind of wanting to do something similar, just some ideas for a mini bike that you're doing. So on the front wheel, this is a 6-inch Astro. And this tire is a Carlisle. I think they call this a sawtooth. And then I'm also running this little green, it's a clear green valve stem cap that looks like a dice. And then I'm running these really skinny mini bike axle nuts, which are, as you can see. And then I'm running a brass spacers on the front with a brass washer but behind the nut. I do not remember the length of that axle. Up here we're running black waffle grips because in my opinion on a mini bike you gotta have waffle grips. And then since this mini bike doesn't have a fork stop, I cut some clear tubing and then just sliced it in half and put it over that lip on the fork so that if it flops over and hits the frame, it doesn't ruin the powder coating. That's the original front spring, which I cleaned up and reused. The brake lever is a vintage Bonanza brake lever, and then that's a NOS vintage throttle. I'm not sure the make on that. The color of this mini bike is called Crab Apple Illusion, and it's a powder coat. You can kind of see it's a kind of a green metal flake color with some gold and silver flake in it, and it kind of changes a little bit depending on the lighting that it's in, but it's a really cool color. It looks a lot better outside than it does here in the dark basement. The gas tank is it's like a 3x7 or a 3 or 4x7 or 4x8. I'm sorry, I don't remember the exact dimensions on this, but you can, if you just look up mini bike gas tanks on eBay, they've got these in all different sizes, and it comes with these mounts, and they're not really like a specific mount for mounting it to a Predator or a Honda or anything. It's just kind of, you gotta rig it up yourself, and then they come just in a spun finish, and then I sanded it smooth and then buffed it, and then I'm running a little fitting underneath it right here, and then I've got these red dyed fuel lines. The engine is a 212 Predator Hemi. It's, I don't want to get into too much detail of exactly what I'm running in the engine, just in case I do decide to race this thing. I don't want to give away too many secrets, but more or less it's less than 15 horsepower, more than 10 horsepower. I'm guessing 12 to 13. It's got an Inferno race clutch on it. These are new old stock foot pegs. This is just a tube, and then they just slid on here. This header pipe was just like an eBay header for a Predator, and then I painted it white. It's got these, you can get these also on eBay, finned aluminum valve cover, and they look really, really cool. MSD plug wire. And on this side of the mini bike, you can see my custom powder coated cover there, high flow filter. This seat was made by Messinger, and these came on a bunch of different bicycles. They also put them on these Alexander Reynolds mini bikes, and they are very difficult to find if you need one. So these shocks are just a reproduction mini bike shock, and I'm running this slick on the back, and these slicks are like if you're running the same front tire that I am. You gotta know that these, I did not know this, but this tire is gonna be like an inch in diameter shorter than like this sawtooth tire in the front. So the back of the bike is gonna sit a little bit lower. Since I was going kind of a gasser theme, it's okay for me, but if that's not what you want, just keep that in mind. Just a standard drum brake, nothing really special there. And that's for the most part about it. Basically, oh, and this is a new old stock clutch chain guard, and it was just kind of a universal fit, and it fit on the Predator, which worked out really good. Removed the governor, and then we just threaded this with a bolt. That's pretty much it. Most of the hardware on the bike that I used was either stainless or chrome, depending on what I could find for the sizes I need. But I usually like to use chrome just to kind of dress things up. And I tried to make this thing kind of as showy as possible. I usually go overboard on stuff, make it a lot nicer than most people would. But that is some more details on the Alexander Reynolds mini bike project. So thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, and we'll see you on the next one.